Okay, so hello everyone. Welcome to another video lecture about gas laws. Right now, ang pag-usapan po natin ay tungkol kay Gay-Lussac. Sino ba si Gay-Lussac? Si Gay-Lussac lang naman po ang nag-iisang nakadiscover ng relationship between pressure and temperature ng isang container na may constant volume. Ano daw? Siya lang po ang nag-iisang nakadiscover ng relasyon ng pressure tsaka temperature or the changes of pressure and temperature ng isang lagayan or isang container na may constant volume or fix ang amount ng volume. Okay? Isa rin sa na-discover ni Gay-Lussac ang sinasabi niya na directly proportional daw ang relasyon ng dalawang ito, ng pressure and temperature. Okay? Sinasabi kasi niya, by directly proportional means, pag tumaas daw ang ating temperature, expected din daw natin na tataas din ang pressure. Okay? Na vice versa, if we lower the temperature, expected din daw natin na bababa naman ang ating pressure. And that when we increase the temperature daw, expected din natin na ang mga gas molecules under the container, pag tinaasa natin temperature, mas tumataas ang kanilang kinetic energy. Or rather, mas tumataas ang kanilang collisions. Now, itong relationship na to could be expressed by this expression, P over T na may constant volume. Kung ang expression natin is nakikita natin by P over T, pwede natin siyang ipakita that the initial pressure or the changes of the initial pressure over the initial temperature can be computed as equal to the final pressure and final temperature. Okay? Ito yung sinasabi natin na changes. The 2 represents the final, the 1 represents the initial. Okay. So I have here some of the applications of Gay-Lussac's law. Okay. Katulad ng mga car tires, pressure cookers, firearms, fire extinguishers, and sealed cans. Okay, so let's talk about a little bit about them. For example, sa car tires. Sa car tires, merong constant volume dyan. What for? Well, of course, in order for it to be inflated or ma-cover niya yung buong gulong na yun, maging bilog siya, no, round shape siya, ma-take niya yung shape na yun, okay, kailangan mo may enough volume doon sa loob na yun. And every time na gumagalaw ang sasakyan natin due to the friction motions, no, nagge-generate yan ng heat. Now, yung generation of heat niyan will cause the possibility of expanding ng ating gases doon sa ating tire mismo. Okay, some of them could possibly explode. Meron pa nga dyan, biglang merong lumalaking bulge somewhere in the tire. Within the tire ha, yung sa loob niyan. Kasi ito yung hard part ng tire natin. Sa loob niyan yung mismo nakalagay yung ating mga gases. Kumbaga meron pang another container within those tires. Okay? Now the same goes with the pressure cooker. Ang pressure cooker ginagamit natin to sa pagluluto. Tama ba? Now, syempre, para magamit mo ang pressure cooker, maglalagay ka ng maraming mga substances, pwedeng solid, pwedeng liquid. Okay? Pero mostly liquid. Okay? Now, what happens is that tinataasan natin yung temperature nitong ating pressure cooker kapag iniinit natin siya. Okay? Since this one is sealed and hindi lahat ng mga gases makakapag-escape doon sa ating vent somewhere in here. Okay? Kasi masyadong maliit, tas sobrang sealed yung ating area dito. What happens is that it will retain those gases, creating a increase of pressure. Tapos, increase of temperature. Okay? Now, what happens is that, since mas mataas ang pressure ng ating container, while the atmosphere has a lower pressure, what happens is that it could possibly mag-explode if hindi na kayang i-contain ng ating container yung sobrang pressure na create by increasing the temperature. Okay? Now, the same goes with the firearms. gumagamit din tayo ng mga volumes of gases, grams of gases. But before it turns into gas, initially, yun yung mga pulbura na ginagamit natin. Now, once it triggers it, yung ating mga pulbura doon sa loob, syempre, nag-create yan ng explosion. Okay? By producing heat and light. Okay? Once it produced that, syempre, nag-generate din yung pulbura natin and turning it into gases. Okay? Now, once it does that, it creates this energy para mag-propel ng mismong bala. Okay? The same goes with the fire extinguisher. Meron kang constant volume of materials sa loob. Now, tataasan mo ang pressure para every time na nire-release natin, nakakapag-extinguish siya ng mga apoy. Ayan, 'di ba? Tinataasan natin yung normal pressure ng ating fire extinguisher para once na nagre-release to, nagke-create siya ng motion palabas dun sa ating nozzle. Okay? Now, ganun din sa ating mga sealed cans. Yung mga sealed cans yan, meron mga, well, obviously, it's a container and it is sealed. So, sa loob yan, may mga constant na volume. Now, pagka tinasan mo yung temperature niyan, okay, tumataas din ang pressure. Therefore, if mataas ang pressure nitong ating sealed can, possible din siya mag-explode. Okay? Since directly proportional ang relationship ng ating Gay-Lussac's law, it could directly show us paano ang movement nito in a graph. Okay? Showing that this graph represents the relationship between temperature and pressure. Okay? Pressure. No? Since pataas, directly proportional, so it shows na habang tumataas ang ating pressure and the y-axis, tumataas din ang ating temperature in the x-axis. Okay? Now, I have a sample problems here, and what we're going to do is solve those problems just to identify how to solve a gas law under Gay-Lussac's. So, here is the problem. So, feel free to pause the video so that you can answer it by yourselves. Now, ang sabi dito, we have a 50-liter tank of helium, a gas placed outside the laboratory. So, meron daw tayong isang tangke ng helium. Nilagay natin siya sa labas, outside the laboratory. Now, initially daw, ang pressure ng ating gas tank was about 5 atmosphere. So, we already have the atmosphere, the initial atmosphere. So, it could be written as P1 or P sub 1. 5.0 atm. Okay? Now, habang nasa 5.0 atm daw siya, meron din siyang initial temperature, which is the 25 degrees Celsius. In degrees Celsius. Okay? How much pressure will it increase when the temperature reaches 32 degrees Celsius? Since nasa labas kasi siya, expected natin nasa labas is mainit. And iniwanan natin doon. And eventually, until noon time, umabot daw siya from 25 degrees Celsius tumaas ng 32 degrees Celsius. So, meron tayong final temperature na 32 degrees Celsius. Now, gaano daw kataas ang temperature since tumaas ang gaano daw kataas ang ating pressure since tumaas ang ating temperature. Okay? So, ang missing natin is the P2. Okay? So, that's what we are going to find out. Sa ating missing na variable, which is P2, we can derive that by isolating using the formula na given. Okay? Which is, alam naman natin, the volume is constant. So, therefore, walang magbabago dyan. 50.0 liters, walang magbabago dito sa ating volume. Therefore, we can say na makapag-focus tayo kay Gay-Lussac's formula. So, that would mean we're going to use his formula, which is P1 over T1 is equals to P2 over T2. Now, before you do that, all you have to think about is how to isolate the variable P2. Okay? Make sure na ma-isolate natin yung P2 so that we are able to find out ano daw yung missing na P2. So, what's going to happen is that we're going to cross-multiply the entire equation, no? Turning the entire operation from division into multiplication, which leave us with P1 is multiplied by T2 is equals to P2 is multiplied by T1. Okay? Now, since the operation is multiplication na both sides, what you can do is divide both sides naman. Divide both sides. It's one of the rules of algebra kasi if something is being multiplied, then you divide both sides. If something is being divided, you multiply both sides. Now, in this case, the operation is multiplication. Therefore, I'm gonna have to divide both sides. Divide both sides by what? Well, that depends sa kung ano yung hinahanap mo. For example, if I'm looking for the P2, and according sa ating P2, it's found on the right corner of the equation. Si P2 ang dapat maiwan, ang T1 ay dapat mawala. And how do we do that? By dividing both sides by T1. Okay? Now, since we've divided both sides by T1, what you can do is cancel out all of the units that are the same. Okay? T1 is going to be cancelled since parehas siya dun sa numerator and denominator. So that would leave us by isolating the P2, and if we rearrange the entire formula, we know that P2 is now can be calculated by P1 multiplied by T2, okay, T2 over T1. Okay? So now, since alam na natin ang formula for finding out the final pressure, what you can do is directly substitute lahat ng mga values na meron tayo na nakuha from according to the data or according to the problem. Okay? Directly substitute them doon sa ating mga variables o doon sa mga letters natin. Okay? But before that, you should be looking at our data. Okay? Tingnan mo yung ating mga given mga variables. Given mga numerical values rather. Okay? Tingnan mo kung ang mga given numerical values is naka-standard units of expression. For temperature, ano ba ang standard unit expression natin? What should be the units that we use so that pantay yung ating kakalabasan for the values of P2? Okay? So, or yung magiging result ng P2. The standard unit that we use for the degree Celsius or for the temperature, it must be converted into Kelvin. And how do we do that po, sir? Well, if you recall, now when we convert degrees Celsius into Kelvin, all you have to do is add a 273 na number doon sa ating given amount of degrees Celsius, which makes a 25 degrees Celsius in plus 273, a 298 degrees Kelvin. Now, the same goes for the 32 degrees Celsius. 32 degrees Celsius plus 273, that would make us have a 305 degrees Kelvin. Meron na tayong Kelvins. But what about si pressure po, sir? Do I need to change the atmosphere? No. Kasi ang standard unit expression natin for the pressure is always in atmosphere. So, kapag binigyan ka ng bar, kilopascal, pascal, kailangan mong gumamit ng conversions para ma-convert natin siya into atmosphere. Conversion factors rather. Ayan. So, since alam na natin na okay na yung mga standard units of expression, what we can do is directly substitute them to the according to the equation. So, that would leave us with P2 is equals to P1 multiplied by T2. So, that would be 5.0 atm multiplied by 305 degrees Kelvin divided by T1, which is the T1 would be the 298 degrees Kelvin. So, ibig sabihin nun, if we divide both sides, 5.0 multiplied by 305 divided by 298, so we're going to have an answer of 5.1. Okay, 5.1. Now, since dalawa yung Kelvin natin sa numerator and denominator, what you can do is cancel that out, and we're gonna have a unit of atmosphere. So therefore, P2 is 5.1 atm. Okay? Okay, so I have here another sample problem. Ang sabi dito, a gas is contained in a rigid steel tank at a pressure of 150 kPa, 150 kilopascals, when the temperature is 300 Kelvin. Later, the pressure of the gas increases to 250 kilopascal. Tumaas daw siya from 150 to 250 kilopascals. Okay? Ngayon, what is the initial temperature of the gas before the pressure change, assuming the volume remain constant? Remain constant ang ating volume, so therefore, we're gonna have to use the Gay-Lussac formula. Okay? Now, ang sabi dito, hinihingi sa atin is that what is the initial temperature? So, we're trying to figure out the T sub 1. Ano daw yung T sub 1? If the T sub 2 or the T2 or the final temperature is 300 Kelvin, but the initial pressure is 250, nag-increase siya to 250 kilopascal. Okay? Ano nga ulit hinahanap natin according to the required? We're looking for the initial temperature. Okay? Since we've already identified what we are trying to find out, we can move on with what is the equation that we're going to use. Ano bang equation ang hinahanap natin or gagamitin natin? Since it is already indicated that ang ating volume is constant, therefore, we're going to use the Gay-Lussac formula, which is P1 over T1 is equals to P2 over T2. Okay? Now, anong hinahanap natin? The T1. So, therefore, all you have to do is cross-multiply those operations. So, magiging P1 is multiplied by T2 is equals to P2 multiplied by T1. Since ang operation natin is multiplication now, we can divide both sides by which one? Since ang hinahanap ko is the T1, therefore, ang kailangan kong maiwan dito sa side ng ating operation is sa T1. Therefore, I'm gonna have to divide both sides by P2. Canceling the P2 that are the same. Now, meron na tayong final formula that is T1 is equals to P1 multiplied by T2 over P2. Okay? So, pwede na ba natin i-directly substitute lahat ng mga itong given natin? Hindi pa po. Kasi if you look at our given, ang hinahanap natin for the pressure should be at atmosphere. Ang given is naka-kilopascal. So, what are we going to do? So, ang gagawin po natin in order for this to make it into atmosphere, we're gonna have to find the relationship or conversion factors to convert the kilopascals into atmosphere. Dalawang conversion factors ang gagamitin natin. You must convert this kilopascal into pascals, then pwede mo siyang i-convert into atmosphere. Of course, kailangan mo tandaan ano yung mga conversion factors na yon. Okay, just like for every 1 kilopascal daw, merong equivalence of 1,000 pascal. But what about for every 1 atmosphere or 1 pascal, for every 1 pascal, ilan siya in terms of atmosphere? That should be 9.87 times 10 raised to negative 6 atmosphere or ATM. Okay? So, that's the given conversion factors na pwede natin magamit to convert the kPa into PA, and then tsaka natin from PA to convert into ATM. How do we do that, sir? Okay, so we can start with converting the 150 kPa and 250 kPa. So, start with 150 kPa. Convert natin siya. What should be the denominator and numerator according to the conversion factor? Since I need to convert the kPa into PA, therefore, I'm going to use the first conversion factors regarding the relationship between PA and kPa. Which should be the denominator and numerator? The denominator would be the 1 kPa para ma-cancel out natin yung units na kPa. And then, maiwan is yung PA. So, therefore, we're going to multiply the 150 kay PA. So, ilan siya ngayon? That would be 150,000 PA. Okay? The same goes for the 250. Since I need to convert the 250 kPa na yan into a PA, okay, divide by kPa, cancel yung units sa kPa, multiplied by 1,000 PA, so meron na tayong 250,000 PA. Okay? Yun ba yung units na hinahanap natin? Yung PA ba? Hindi pa po. Ang hinahanap natin is we need to convert the PA into atmosphere. Alam natin na meron na tayong relationship to convert the 150,000 PA and 250,000 PA into atmosphere. Since masyadong malaki yung values natin dito, what you can do is convert these values into scientific notation. Okay? Masyadong malalaki kasi yung values na to. So, therefore, pwede rin naman natin itong gawa ng paraan para maging scientific notation. Okay? Kasi dito, naka-scientific notation din yung atmosphere. So, now, it will leave us, since gagawin natin yung scientific notation to, magiging 1.50 times 10 raised to ilan? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, therefore, that would be a positive 5 PA. Okay? Now, 250 naman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, therefore, 2.50 times 10 raised to positive 5 PA. Okay? Ayan. Since naka-scientific notation na, what you can do is convert naman natin tong mga PA na to into atmosphere. How do we do that, sir? Siyempre, by using another conversion factor that relates the PA and the atmosphere. Okay? Ayan. What will be the denominator, sir? Of course, the denominator should be the 1 PA kasi nga kailangan natin ma-cancel out yung unit of PA. Okay? Ano ang nasa numerator? Well, of course, the unit of atmosphere. Since yun nga po yung desired units natin. Negative 6 ATM. 9.87 times 10 raised to negative 6 ATM. Ayan. So, what will be the answer? The answer would be, since that should be 1.50 times 9.87, that should be 14.80. Okay? Ganun din. 2.50 times 9.87, that should be 24.67 or 68. Ayan. Pero kasi po, meron tayong exponents. Since magiging negative 1 yan, 5 minus 6, that would be negative 1. Mag-move tayo to the left. So, that would leave us with 1.4, or pwede na natin gawin itong 1.5 atmosphere. Okay? Ganun din dito. Since negative 1, we are going to have to move the decimal 1 places papunta dun sa kabila. That would mean we're going to have a 2.4 or magiging 2.5 atmosphere. So, ibig sabihin nun, yung 150 kPa natin would be 1.5. 1.5. Sulat natin maayos. 1.5. Okay? For 2.50 magiging 2.5. Ayan. Atmosphere. Okay? So now, since naka-atmosphere na yung ating given numerical values for pressure, pwede na natin i-directly substitute lahat ng yon dun sa ating equation. So that would mean T1 is equals to P1, which is the 1.5 atmosphere, multiplied by T2. The T2 would be the 300 Kelvin divided by P2, which is the 2.5 atmosphere. So T1 is equals to 1.5 multiplied by 300. So, yeah. Divide natin ngayon by 2.5. Okay? So, the answer would be the T1 or the initial temperature is from 180 degrees Kelvin. Okay? Canceling the unit of atmosphere. Ayan. So, meron tayong 180 degrees Kelvin. Okay? Now, what if tinanong ko sa inyo, gaano po kataas yung increase ng ating temperature from initial to final? Siyempre, pag minus mo lang yung final temperature dun sa ating initial, which is 300 minus 180 is the changes of the temperature from initial to final is 120 degrees Kelvin. Okay? Pero ito po yung initial temperature natin. Okay? And that's all for the gas law according to Gay-Lussac.